Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome! Bitcoin's going a little crazy. So we had to get back on. Happy Sunday. Happy Easter. Happy 420. We're getting that 420 pump, guys. Bitcoin's currently trading at $86,884.70. It's heating up. Very much so. God candle to the upside. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, guys. Bitcoin's going a little spicy. It's getting a little spicy, getting a little crazy. We had to get back on. Of course, you know this is how we do it. And the pump is officially over. Hoff said I called the inverse head and shoulders for days. I would like to specify that I've been calling for the fractal pump leading into the 23rd, 24th, and then we're going to go into May 1st, May 2nd, May 4th, May 5th. And then we're going to go, woohoo! And everyone's going to go, when we go, after we go, everyone's going to go, and we're going to go, woohoo! Because we're not going to sell our bags, because we're not a bunch of babies. So, if you guys stick with this channel, you'll be part of that, woohoo! While everybody else is going, and we'll make some money. We'll make some real money. Time for everyone to make real money. The God Candle's fun. I made a pretty decent trade because I had an irresponsibly long position open. And printed very well. I took profits already. So if it prints some more, then, I'll probably complain about it later. But right now we're looking good. Render's up 5.29% after the daily close. Looking good. Breaking above 432. Making its way towards 475. Did I trade that? No, I did not, because I was busy trading elsewhere. So we're looking good. Arrow up 2.49%. Everything looks juicy right now. Dot is up 1. Even Dot looks juicy. 1.47%. Everything's up at least single digits except for OP. Doge is up 2.5% except for Polygon. What else do we got? Yeah, everything else looks great. Look at Sol's up 2.56%, killing it. Back above the upper trend line. Looking good. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Helps out the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. We are 84 subscribers away from our goal. 74 subscribers away from our goal. JJ, do math good. Math good, JJ, do. ETH is chilling up 1.48%. Struggling a little bit. A little bit of a struggle bus with ETH, but Bitcoin, a little touch of 87K. Let's update the liquidation heat map and see how many bears got wrecked just now. Some exciting stuff, guys. Imagine being a bear on Easter. You're eating Easter candy, and you look at your phone, and it's liquidation, and you go, whoa. That's how I imagine they sound. They're just sitting there eating their kid's Easter basket, and they get, boo-boo, and their phone goes off, and they go, whoa. They make a sad bear sound. Because their bags got wrecked because they were betting on other people losing money. Look at that. We got 87.53 million at 85,973. Don't forget to congratulate Clint on his daily close contest win. Oops, 85,973. This is his first victory. He is officially on the board, and he is coming for those buns. Do you recommend TradingView or something else? I actually use TradingView. I've never actually used anything else. I do not recommend paying for TradingView. I will say that. I think paying for it is silly. And everyone's like, well, what if I want 50 coins on my watch list? Why do you need 50 coins on your watch list? That is irresponsible. But to each their own. That's just my opinion. I think if you need more watch list, you need to You need to take a deep breath, guys. Oh, it's going to be okay. You don't need that many coins. There's this little thing up here. If you click on this, you can look at whatever coin you want. Anytime, anywhere. You don't need quick access to 50 coins. It's going to be okay. Bitcoin's making another one for 87K. Let's see if we can break it this time. 86,950 at the moment. Nice clean number. 986. Making it. Come on, come on. Are we going to go? I think it's go time. Are we making its way? What if it breaks 90K tonight? That would be so crazy. What happened today? Did we get a China trade deal? Hoff said, Easter bears died on Resurrection Day. Dude, 3 days later, Bitcoin came back. When did it, Nah, never mind. It doesn't even count. Jim Kennedy said people pay for it for the additional indicators. That's true. See, the additional indicators make a little more sense for than the extra watch list space. I could see the additional indicator situation. I've never found a scenario where I needed that many indicators on the screen at one time, but I could see where that would be a reasonable justification. So, but I'm also a cheapo. So my brain is like, well, why can't you just turn them on and off? Because I'm a cheapo. Tyler said, how did you find out about Bitcoin pumping? Dang, you're quick. I actually was staring at the charts, Tyler. That's what I do all day. I'm an irresponsible chart watcher. I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, let's go take a look at our total crypto market cap. Fractal. Calling for some upside in a couple of days, actually, April 25th. And then that would be our top. So if we top out April 25th through the 28th, and then we bottom out May 8th, 9th, it is what it is. Hoff said, I pay money. Jim Kennedy said, Coinbase told me with an alert. Nice. Hoff said 33. See, that's DCA day money for me, man. That's $33 more per month than I have. So yeah, our fractals are looking good. Total 3 fractals looking great right now. I feel like a gosh dang genius. Can we break 87K? Let me go over to X right here. See if we got any news at all in the market. Where do I even go? My feed is so like corrupt with nonsense at this point. New highest Sol ETH weekly close in history? Really? That's an interesting one. I'm not scrolling through it for you guys because sometimes there's some crazy stuff on my X feed. Let's see. Gold has set an all-time high after Trump said, he who has the gold makes the rules. The golden rule of negotiating and success. He who has the gold makes the rules. Thank you. Interesting. Crypto face. That was 23 hours ago. Yeah, I don't see anything crazy. All right, let me just check just to make sure all the alert channels. Nothing. Nothing at all. Everyone's quiet. I don't know. Did everyone retire on Easter? Tyler said, I told JJ. JJ was sitting here waiting. Tyler insisted that I get on. So I got on. But JJ was aware of the pump. It looks like it really wants to break through 87K. That's going to be the big one. That seems to be the common resistance at the moment. Bitcoin's up 2%. ETH is up 1.67%. Sol's up 2.73%. ADA is up 2.74%. SNEK is up 3.54%. XRP is up 1.49%. HBAR 2.84%. SWI 3.08%. Ondo 3.09%. Ergo 2.74%. Render 5.56%. Render is just killing it today, man. Crazy. Polkadot 1.39%. CAS 1.23%. AVAX 2.67%. Is this it, guys? Did we just bottom out for good, finally? Look at Near. Beautiful structure on Near. Chili's. Silver's doing a whole lot of nothing. Bitcoin dominance. Ooh, Bitcoin dominance broke through 64 again. Offset 87.4 or so, looks like. We can't break through 87 right now. Oh, there it is. 87.001 is where we were for a second. Our peak so far, 87.20. Interesting. There we go. I'll open a small long. Just in case. FOMO long. Okay, maybe I'll add to it. We're doing FOMO trades right now. Don't do what I do. This is irresponsible. You should probably open a short right here. Not financial advice. $87, $242, $255, and 88 cents. Damn, look at that candle. 2.44% candle. Beautiful. It's been quite some time since we've seen this kind of volatility. Love to see it. Mr. Robert said, I just got back from Easter dinner with family. What did I miss? Well, we did our daily close. Regular stream. Clint won. First win ever for him. Congratulations, Clint. We got off, and then everything got super duper pumpy, so we got back on. And Bitcoin is currently trading at 87,159. First time being back above 87 cents. April 2nd, which was just a quick pump and dump. But before that, March 28th, actually. So we will have to wait and see what happens. Pretty decent sized candle at the moment. Is it going to BART like it has previously? This is a 6.57% candle, April 9th. FOMO long is crazy talk. Yeah, yes it is. You're not wrong. It's a little baby one, though. It's a baby one. It's a baby FOMO long. You never know, man. What if we just bottomed? What if that was it? What if we're going to the moon now? What if there's never going to be a chance to buy at these prices ever again? What if? What if that FOMO long buys me a house? Like I have the patience to keep it open for that long. Bitcoin is currently trading at 86,962 and 1 penny. Got that penny. Been a minute since I've watched Band of Brothers. I think I'm going to watch The Hobbit tonight because I am a psychopath who does not believe in sleep. Jim said the big one is coming. I agree, Jim. I agree. I can feel it in my plums. Let's zoom out for a moment. Go to the daily. Hoffs. FOMO long. Kind of makes sense. Look at that wick. Look at that wick. Look at that wick. Look at it. 60% of the time, it works every time. Exactly. Big, beautiful, nasty wick. We're getting spicy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the weekly. What's the weekly look like? Weekly looks like a whole lot of nothing. We did get our weekly close. Weekly candle. Boring. We are on a solid uptrend, though. This is our third week in a row that we have started green, pretty significantly green. Up 2.1% on the day. And this could potentially turn out to be a very, very large candle. First large candle in quite some time because it's already up 2.1%. Jim said it's made with real bits of bears. That's John's wick, right? And he said, F you fart coin. Now you go up. Yeah, everything's up right now, man. Everything is super duper spicy right now. Spicy, FOMO long, energy, not financial advice. I'm excited because I've been irresponsibly adding to my bags this past week. And normally I don't do that. Something told me though, I was like, I'm either gonna, what is it called? You're either gonna die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. I was gonna quote that, but yeah, I'm either gonna lose all my money or make a tremendous amount of money. And the amount of money that I have in there right now, if I lose it all, it's not the end of the world because I've made pretty decent profits in the past year or so. So I'm pretty proud of that. It's at the point now where this is, in my opinion, a longer term investment. So Hop said I slept through stream number 1. Yeah, you and Fahid have been lacking, man. And poor Tyler still can't win. Even when you guys are gone. So all three of you guys are still at your with your little 3-way tie. Oh, I'm sorry. I just foiled Jim's attempt to troll. Jim, I was gonna go in the Discord and tell him that Tyler won, just to F with him. But something told me that they wouldn't care. Especially Hops had just woken up from an Easter nap, probably all full of food and stuff. He probably would have been like, I don't care. I'm full of Easter food and Jesus today. I don't care, you know? So I apologize. I said, to be fair, I said it right when you said it, so. Oh, dang. Hoff said I was in 3 longs, closed before major pump. That's awful. Dude, I don't normally long on the Sundays, but something about today and seeing the liquidation heat map kind of chilling out. And then when I saw that daily candle, it was ready to go, man. I was ready for it. Hoff said, oh yeah, I already talked about retiring, Tyler cheating. I mean, if you, Tyler, and Fahid are all tied, I guess I don't understand the cheating part. I think that's poor sportsmanship. I think y'all are being a bunch of weenies if you're being serious. Because the vote has been had, and today, he left a pretty significant gap. He left that $50 gap. It was originally a $100 gap even too, but then Clint was really close to him, so he made it a $50 gap to kind of keep his number still, but not screw Waterfly over. And Clint still won, so I don't know. I think everyone's being a weenie. That's just my 2 cents. Billy said, Hops, that's how you do it. Close the longs before profits. Right. Jim said after the crypto rally, gonna rotate everything back into stock market. 2 years of upside, I can smell it. I'm gonna not do that. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna buy a house. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm gonna buy a house and begin my DCA journey from scratch. Unless I can buy a house without doing that. Yeah, Tyler said, thanks, JJ. I also believe there being a bunch of Weenie Hunt Juniors. For the record, I'm not sticking up for Tyler. I'm sticking up for the game. That's all I have to say. Billy said, JJ, you see this as just a wimp rally only or continuation of bull run? I will tell you what I see it as. Specifically targeting my total 3 fractal. I see it as the beginning of I would call it a short-term bull trap. And this is literally only because this has been very, very accurate so far. I think we're going to pump up. We're going to top out right around the 23rd, 24th of this month. And then I think we get a little rundown, high or low from previous. Everyone's going to freak out here because they're going to all load up really hard right here. And they're going to watch it go down. They're going to watch their bags go down another 13, 14%, potentially leverage, and you get liquidated. They're all going to cash out and get mad again. Crypto's over. Why did we buy back? We're idiots. And right now, right where the price is at, this exact point, is establishing our base for our takeoff. We're doing a little fake out to the upside, a little downside liquidity grab to our halfway point from the previous bottom. We did our bottom, top, halfway point, liquidity grab, bust up to the upside, support, blast off. That is what I'm looking for. The official blast off, I think, begins in June, but I think we're going to be sitting pretty come the end of April and the end of May. End of April, end of May, we're going to have some pretty significant monies. And each time we're going to get to that midpoint and everyone's going to go, oh, why didn't we take profit? Why didn't we sell in April? They're going to get to May 1st, 2nd, 3rd. They're going to go, why didn't we sell in April? They're going to get to May 26, 27, 28. June 1st, they're going to go, why didn't we sell in May? They're going to get to June 23rd. They're going to go, why didn't we sell June 17th? And then we're going to go to, what is this, freaking August, July, probably July 15th, 16th. And everyone's going to be at new all-time highs. We're all going to be making ridiculously, insanely, almost illegal amounts of money. That's me. Billy said, blast off in June, just in time for my birthday. Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. My birthday is in 6 days. My birthday's in 6 days. Jim said, this has felt more like a correction from 2022, honestly. Big run hasn't even started yet, in my opinion. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Mr. Robertson, Jim, did I see you on a Trade Brigade morning stream a little while back? Sorry, JJ, for mentioning another channel. Get out! Get out! Get out, Mr. Roberts! I'm just kidding. I ran into somebody recently on somebody else's stream too, and I was like, oh shit, hey. I think it was it Shannon Mac? I ran into Shannon Mac in another Discord. I don't know. Yeah, no, go watch other people, man. Absolutely. Billy said, blast off in June, just in time for my birthday. Jim said, yeah, it's going to be like 2017, the weird cycle, where it followed the stock market rally schedule. And Philly said, JJ, you see Bitcoin going to 125K in June? My top is very modest, actually. I'm looking for 120. And that's me being a frugal little weenie because we didn't tap out, we didn't continue any rally or anything like that. And I could be totally wrong. That might literally just be, unfortunately, I hate to do this to you guys. I'm going to do it, though. I see the potential for this little up, down, up, down, up, down. Is it going to top out right here? And maybe that's just one more and then it goes crazy. I don't know. I have no clue. But if this does happen, I'm so sorry. Because I will feel a little bit responsible, like having manifested it or something. This is the most evil potential outcome. If the bull run is this is so effed up. If it does one of these, and then it goes bam, these three peaks, this right here, and then this bottom, this peak, this bottom, this peak, this bottom, that's pure evil. It's so awful. Hoff said, Tony Rosas always everywhere. Maybe that's who it was. Maybe I might have seen him in a blockchain basement stream or something like that. Maybe in Crypto Lifer. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I like Lifer. I like watching Lifer streams. I also thoroughly enjoy Frankie Candles. And Frankie Candles, Clint would hate Frankie Candles. Because Frankie had that beautiful speech about taking profits based on percentage gains versus dollar amounts. And I was like, wow, that's what I always say. But he explained it so much better than I ever could. He was talking about, he was like, if you can't take a 5% profit on like $1,000 trade, how do you expect to take a 5% profit on a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 trade? And I was like, whoa. And 5% was just the example, but he was like, set goals, set percent goals, and keep those goals every single time. The dollar amount should not matter. It's a percentage of what you're trading with. And I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense. So anyways, without getting too distracted, looking back at this Bitcoin situation, we had a previous range that we were playing around in, broke out of, retested, and continued to the upside. Right now, we got a potential wedge that we're actually breaking out of. If this is the case, this is huge. If we break out, retest, and then continue, that would be insane. And we might not even need to retest because this is on a daily time frame. So it's a little bit higher time frame, higher confluence scenarios. This could have been that retest, that little wick right there. I have no idea. But we do have a potential breakout having happened right at this exact moment. Yes, you can, Mr. Roberts. I'll change that for you in a minute. Billy said, Jim, thank you too, sir. I hope Jim said, I love differing opinions and different charts. You're welcome, Philly. Mr. Roberts said, JJ kind of. Oh, yeah, dude, you always got to look at everyone's different opinion. That's the beauty of do your own research. You can incorporate other people's research into your research. All right, we got Mr. Roberts changing his guess to 155K. All right, I like it. Beautiful. So far, we got mine at 120, Oak Tree at 149.999, Waterfly at 152, Mr. Roberts at 155, and Tyler at 169. Nice. How's it going, JJ? It's going pretty good, Giovanni. Happy Sunday, happy Easter, happy 420, happy Pump Day, happy Pumpy Bitcoin. How are you doing? Billy said, Jim, when you said you don't think the bull run began yet, Jim said, well, if 100K was just a corrective move, I wouldn't be surprised if central banking took us to 400K or 500K like Larry Fink hinted at. Tyler said, how many bottoms did 2020 have before parabolic? Giovanni said, I'm back. Jim said, welcome back. Billy said, I'm gonna have to check out Lifer. I haven't really watched him yet. He's got a voice. He does the voice, and he's doing the trades, and he's talking about the voice, and he's talking about the trades. I can't do his voice at all. That was pretty bad. But he's got a voice. Once you get used to the voice, he's a decent guy. I haven't watched him in, like, long chunks. I've only watched maybe, like, at most 20 minutes at a time while I'm, like, driving home or something. But I don't mind him. I really don't. What was I going to do? 400 or 500K. Tyler said, how many bottoms did 2020 have before parabolic? Let's go take a look at that. Let's go to this guy. 2020 bottoms. Mm, 2020 was not very bottomy. I'm still of this mindset. I like this fractal that we pulled. This right here. Keep an eye on this. This little gumdrop shape. Now, if we zoom out, we zoom way out. Is that what this has been? This little gumdrop shape? And then we're going to get one of these monster moves over the course of the next 12 months. I think I have that fractal somewhere. Let's see. Let's just grab it and pull it. I'm going to delete it when I'm done here, though. So if you guys want to get it too, feel free. I'm just grabbing that whole gumdrop pattern all the way to the peak. Boop. Just like that. And then I made it freaking huge. Freaking huge. Freaking huge. Oh, shit. It won't let me. Freaking huge? Oh, it will let me. Let's go. Oh, shit. Hang on. Okay. So we're looking at a potential $700,000 target. This is scary. I hate it when fractals look this good. Okay, hang on. This looks a little bit better. Let's go 600. Ish. Whoa. All right, look at this. So we know our target goes up to like 600K. Look at this fractal. Holy shit. Look at that. Come on. That's pretty close. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's Maybelline. Look at that. What? I'm sorry. I'm getting a little amped up, a little hyped up. A little too much price action for me today. A lot of sugar as well. Look at that, though. Ready? Let me make it a little bit less transparent. Let's make it pretty. Let's make it green as well for money. For gains, for greed. Calm down, JJ. Look at that, though. That's beautiful. What if that's what's playing out right now? Oh, damn. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Tyler said how many big fake outs before? That gumdrop pattern, man. That gumdrop was the big one. This, in my opinion. So we had the big dumperoonie into 2020. A little pump, and then a dump. This Bart, and everyone probably thought it was over in 2020. And then we traded sideways throughout the remainder of the year. 2020, October, November, December, and then it dumped. And then December, and then it traded a little bit sideways. Right here. This is another big one. Another pump. January. and then it dumped into February. Pump, and then it dumped into March. And then we peaked out. April, May. And then we went into freaking September. September 2021. This gumdrop, though, man. That gumdrop right there. Imagine. Way too disproportionate looking. That would be game theory plus. It's definitely out there. It's an outlandish theory. But even if we just got this bad boy right here up to 160, this is reasonable. In my opinion. What if it was just that? You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a relatively... Let's do that. Let's do that bad boy. Right here. Bam. Just in that peak, and then I'll do the pullback. What do you think about this, Mr. Rowers? Oh, okay. My bad. Hold on. Okay, so we've really got to be quite frugal with this. There it is. Let's do it. Ready? Bam. There she blows. So get that out of here for a minute. And then what if that's it? What if it's just this? The shoe kind of fits really, really well. It's freaking me out how good it looks. This specifically right here, this little harmonic kind of situation, the big dump, the little slump right there, and then the breakout, sideways, and then explosion. That sideways going into May, June matches up perfectly with the fractal as well. I'm just saying. This is a spicy one. I'm going to keep this one up here. Not the big one. I'll keep the small one. See, we have so many freaking charts. I'm slowly starting to justify the idea of paying for trading view premium. Not because of Hops. Hops said my prediction is 152, which is 2618 from last bull market fib level. For JJ and Jim, 69 to 15K swing high to swing low. Tyler said that looks really good. I have a fractal problem, man. 169K top. 169. Oh, it's close. Dude, it goes right, it peaks right above 169. Holy shit. Stop. Okay, let me go put Hoffs on the regular chart. I'm freaking out. Hoffs is 152. Oh, is he in here already? Is that waterflies? What? Wow. Sorry, Hops. Waterflies already got you guys, so I'm going to put you guys together because it's cute. Here you go. Jim said ES futures super dumpy. Tyler said, am I good or what? Jim said, oh, I traced the fibs. Still speculative. Curious to see how high it actually goes. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a fun time, man. Gonna be a fun time. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. If you're new, please consider subscribing. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the 26th of the month. That'd be pretty cool. Appreciate you guys for joining. Share the stream if you can. And happy Sunday. Happy Sunday indeed. Super duper pumpy Bitcoin. Very fun. Oh, don't move that. Okay. 87, 79, 87, 86. Looking good. Looking good. Not a whole lot going on since then. I wonder why it pumped so bad. Was that the pre-game pump before like everyone that knows that a trade deal is being announced tomorrow? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I saw another thing that said that allegedly Trump is launching a meme coin before the end of the month, another meme coin, and I was like, that sounds very much like a trade deal is being made and we're going to make a lot more money again kind of scenario. But maybe I'm just crazy, making stuff up. Let's go take a look at our portfolios again. This should be fun. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is currently sitting at $839. Got a little bit pumpy. Nothing crazy, though. Render still killing it in profit, $25 at the moment. Currently carrying the entire portfolio. Memecoin portfolio, not really that better off, honestly. Narrative portfolio, $26 in profit now. Heck yeah. 12.3%. Nope. What is that? 13.2%. Up 13.2% from our initial investment. Pretty sick. VeChain's still dragging it down. Everything else in profit, though. Heck yeah. Let's go check out the liquidation heat map again. JJ, you should short tomorrow. I'm so bad at shorting. I'm probably not going to do anything tomorrow. I'm going to miss all the moves. Tomorrow's going to be the one day where everything goes crazy. Bitcoin's getting up to like 2 million. And I'm going to be like, oh, I'm sitting on my hands. Like an idiot. I mean, I don't know. We got some shorts here. They're getting a little ballsy. 87,414. Yeah, that's... Why wouldn't they take that? You know what I mean? Bitcoin is almost overbought, though. You know, I had that thing from Plan B. Let me go check it. Plan B posted that picture of that line, this right here, this "so it begins." And everyone was like, what does that even mean? That's quite interesting that we started getting super duper pumpy as soon as he posted that. After 200-week moving average touches 200-week geometric mean, Bitcoin historically pumps. I discussed geometric mean here. So they touched, and now they're starting to separate, so Bitcoin is starting to pump. Not financial advice. The man has spoken. Damn it. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, we're chilling. Bitcoin is trading at 87,172 and 36 cents. It is getting pumpy again. A little bit. Should we go down to the lower time frame just to get really dramatic? Oops. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Not the 2 hour, the 1 hour. Whoa, there's two of them. Look at that volume spike, though. Nice. I don't know, dude. That's a pretty big, hefty volume spike. Look at that one. This, like, the third biggest on this chart. GG off-screen trading classic. I had my FOMO long, and you said it was a bad idea. And I closed it at break even, and now I would have been in profit. Hops. So thank you. Because I was a little wuss. I was a little weenie baby. We gotta sell stuffed animals instead of beanie babies. They're called weenie babies. And they're just shaped like little Vienna sausages. That'd be great for the daily close. I forgot to mute the mic. My bad. That might have been my first on-camera cough. No, that's not true. I definitely almost died choking the other day. What else is happening? Lower time frame? Let's go down to the 1 minute. JJ open short, so we pump still? I could do that. Oh, you know what I bought the other day? I gotta actually look. Oh, I don't have a chart? Do Arbit charts not show up in TradingView? Just let me know when you have my date set up. My date set up? Oh. That took me a second. I was like, what are you talking about? Hoffs, shh. I don't want other people to know about that. It's a secret until it's in development. Okay, let me see if I can get this. We got... Boop, 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 boop. Is it really only available on our bit? Alright, hang on. I bought some Bitcoin on our bit. And I want to see if I'm in profit. They just launched it yesterday. It's definitely probably just an entire pump and dump for the exchange, but I'm okay with that. I'm taking the risk. I'm the guinea pig. 2-9. Oops. I'm not supposed to say these words out loud. Okay, let's see. Am I A millionaire. No. Did I double my money? Or am I down? I might be down. I think I'm down $2. Shoot. Well, well, it's hard to tell. Hang on. Yep, it's totally down. Shit. Okay. Well, we'll have to retire off of that some other day. Tyler said, did you buy Pinlink? Has it gone down? Did you buy Pinlink? I did buy Harambe. I forgot to check on Harambe. Pinlink. There we go. No, I did not buy Pinlink. Not yet. It's still chilling, man. It is still chilling. Please buy more Pinlink. Why? You want the price to go down? That's messed up, Tyler. You masochist? I don't like it when the price goes up. I don't know what to do with myself. Mr. Robert said we got a Sol ETF up here last week. I sold my Sol, moved the money into a tax-protected account, and bought Sol Q. Tyler said, since you bought, yes, it's went down. Yes, it has. You are correct. Since I bought Harambe, though, I'm in significant profits. Would you like to know how many profits I've earned? 14% profits. I like saying it like that because it makes it sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. I earned 1% of profit. If you multiply 14 by 1, that's how many profits I've made. We gotta come up with new ways of like saying stupid stuff like that, so that way whenever there's new people I can just start talking like an idiot. How to make it so I don't grow my YouTube channel. I made multiple profits on my trades. Multiple profits is all of the profits I have made. Tyler said, yep, Mr. Roberts. Hoffs is revealing my industry secrets. Oh, it's still pumping. What the F? What the F? In case you guys are interested for any reason whatsoever, we do have a updated merch collection. Wait a minute, we got another subscriber. Heck yeah. We added 2 new pieces, part of the Deep Lore series, which is a new series. The first one is the Fahid +1 mug, by the way, which was started by Waterfly. Might I just specify? Which has a coffee beanie ghost on one side and Fahid +1 on the other. And then there is the I won the daily clothes contest, and all I got was this foot-long glizzy animated version t-shirt, which is also very fun. Featuring Hoff's unsolicited foot-long glizzy that is cartoonized, hand-drawn by yours truly, mustard and all, including the cock and balls mustard that he has on there for some reason. It's the weirdest mustard pattern I've ever seen in my entire life. Something is like, this is a little bit like 5150. Me and everybody else in the Discord debated on whether or not we should put Hoffs in a mental institution for a short period of time. But then, you know, BitBoy went there and we thought it was actually safer for Hoffs to be outside of the mental institution. Did you ever see? I did. I took a picture of the crypto excuse mug. Yes. Ideas. Let me read some of these ideas. If I can find the pictures, I should be able to find them relatively quickly because it was literally like 2 days ago. So this one, yeah. Fell asleep without a stop loss. Ew. I just freaked myself out. Fell asleep without a stop loss. Thought it was the bottom. George said it will moon. Good one. I like those ones. The black on my screen, I can see the reflection of my glasses, which is reflecting the ring light. And it just looked like 2 creepy eyes. What does this foot-long get made? I missed. When did this foot-long shirt get made? I missed. Maybe a week ago? I think it was about a week ago. I haven't shilled it too much. I think I've shilled it like twice. Jim said, will you see, you take my 33% profit, and you take JJ's 50% profit, and you take my 44 2/3 margin reinvestment plan, and that gives me 169.420% gains. If you multiply that by 1, then that is how many profits he's made. Hop said, did you ever see my idea? Yep, I read that. Tyler said, so you're telling me I started the Wiener Fest rewards and I'm not on the merch? I mean, Hoff sent me the best glizzy. Did you see the sociopathic mustard pattern? Like a freaking Rorschach test. Hoff said, LMAO. Yeah, I read that already. He said, you missed it because you're only here for the daily close contest. Boom! Oh, shit! If that takes off, that's my trademark mustard pattern. Dude, we could sell that. I'm not even joking. You can send stuff to Christie's and have them give you a quote or like inform you if they're willing to auction it off for you and what the value would be. That's not a bad idea. Mr. Robert said, Philly, yeah, I bought in a TFSA. I can't hold Solcoin in a tax-sheltered account like a TFSA or RRSP, so the ETF allows me to do that without paying capital gains when I sell. Nice. So it's literally like one of those Roth IRA accounts where people trade and stuff. Bitcoin is still chilling at 87K, 87,187, looking good, looking fine. Total 3, looking good as well. The recoupling of the fractal is a beautiful thing. It really is. What else do we got? What else do we got? Anything else going on? The momentum wave has shifted bullish, and I don't know, guys. I'm looking for a peak right around Wednesday, Thursday. If we break through that, like if I'm off, and if we're like, I don't know, where even would we be? Right here? I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't be mad at that either. So let's see. Let's see what happens, man. Jim said, man, why doesn't Coinbase use TradingView? These charts make me feel like I'm back in 2015. Dude, it's kind of cute, isn't it? Like CoinMarketCap is kind of the same way. Bitcoin. Can you switch this? See, it says CoinMarketCap. Okay, US SEC approves first Bitcoin ETF. What? US SEC approves first Bitcoin ETF, boosting institutional legitimacy. This says updated 17 hours ago. Am I crazy? Didn't we have a Bitcoin ETF already? This is from 2 days ago. Bitcoin ETF approval. Sparks market surge. Investor optimism. What the hell is wrong with this guy's face? I feel like we're being gaslit. JJ, I need Hoff's shirt that says I'm only at JJ's Cryptic Corner for the daily close. I need to make one for Waterfly doing the like he did the Fahid +1 and then complaining about other people doing it. I'm just kidding. I love you, Waterfly. Philly said, Mr. Roberts, good job, man. Jim said, man, because Lifer is also selling a product? What? Where did that come from? Lifer is selling. He's got his little goofy little trading course, so the guy's made millions off of it, so you can't, I don't know, can't knock his hustle. I'm not going to judge a guy. Maybe he does offer real value. I have no idea, but I'm never going to do that. I would rather just straight up ask for donations. If you guys want to give me money, give me money. I'm not going to try to sell you some course that, you know, may or may not be totally accessible on the internet. And again, you know, it's people make the decision themselves to invest in it. It's not like they're being forced to. It's not like they're being told they're not going to be good at trading otherwise. They make their own decision. That's totally fine. It's whatever. But what the hell is going on with this goofy article? What is happening here? Bitcoin ETF receives regulatory approval, impacting market dynamics significantly. Am I crazy? What is this? This says it was from 2 days ago. Can we get the Tyler last minute guest change t-shirt? Billy said Lifer keeps talking bearish div. There is bearish divergence. I don't know what the heck this article is about. It's really like blowing my mind right now. Why does that exist? Jim said, I accept Bitcoin's sole ETH payments have been suspended until Vitalik Buterin quits McDonald's. Dude, okay. I was randomly scrolling YouTube Shorts, which I've never done before, and I came across a lifer one, and it was old. And he was talking to his wife, and he was like, babe, don't you think I'm like the hottest guy in crypto? And she was like, well, yeah. And he's like, what do you mean? You didn't sound so sure of yourself. And she's like, well, different strokes for different folks. And he's like, well, who else do you think? And she's like, that Casper guy. And he's like, Jason Casper. And she's like, yeah. And then what about that other guy, the Ethereum guy, Vital? And he's like, Vital? And she's like, yeah, Vital. And he goes, Vital? and then she's like, yeah, the Ethereum guy. And he goes, Vitalik Buterin? And then he starts cracking up. And he's like, my wife's so bad at crypto, man. And it's the funniest freaking clip because it's so true. Like my fiance is bad at crypto too. I don't know. It was funny. And I'm sure it was staged at the beginning, but it plays off so natural towards the end. And I was cracking up watching it, dude. That was a good one for sure. 100%. Barubu said, what is up? What's going on, Barubu? What is up is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up tremendously right now, currently trading at $87,325.42, breaking through resistance, liquidating some bears, and bust into the upside in honor of Easter and 420 and Sunday. It's about to go down. Dude, Hoff said she saw the wiener picture. He showed that in the clip. I don't know if he has people do shorts for him, but that shit was so funny. Let me see if I can find it. I might get in trouble and flagged, but I'm not going to make any money off of this stream anyway, so I don't really care. Crypto Lifer. Shorts. All right. It's called like Crypto Wifer or something like that. And it looks unique compared to all the other shorts. It's going to take me a minute. I guess I can scroll through this on this page. Let me know if you guys see it. It's called Crypto Wifer with a W, wife. And it's really funny. And I think it looks different from everything else. I don't know when it was, though. It might not be this far. I mentioned it on his stream, and he pulled it up. And I thought it was new, and apparently it's not. He scrolled way the heck down. I was like, oh, shoot. It's not as new as I thought it was. But it was so funny. If I can't find it here, I'll probably be able to pull it up in my history pretty quick. Because it was just like maybe a week ago. And I haven't watched that much YouTube recently. Come on. Was it this long ago? I don't know if it was this long ago. Uh-oh. Okay, we're getting into some normal looking stuff. And we're back in the junk. Shoot. Okay, hold on. I'm seeing some familiar things now from when he did. Oh, Mr. Roberts said you make a little money. I appreciate you, Mr. Roberts. You didn't have to do that. I was talking like monetization through YouTube. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Always been a generous member of the stream. Okay, this looks familiar. I'm going to start to slow down a little bit. Ruber said, damn bullish news. Something happened, man. It's getting pumpy, getting spicy. I gotta find this, dude. It was so funny. Damn. Am I gonna give up? Am I gonna give up? It's probably gonna be right here. As soon as I give up, it's gonna be like 1 or 2 scrolls below it. God, I'm such a gambling freaking degenerate. How many freaking shorts does this guy have? This is ridiculous. Now I'm getting irritated. No wonder why he has freaking 100K subscribers. Is this what I gotta do? Jeez. He really does look like Jordan, though. Or Jordan looks like him, I guess. Like it's... Oh, there's a Mark Wahlberg one. Okay. Okay. We're locked in. I think we're good. Going slow. Maybe I'm going too slow. There's no way. There's like 10,000 freaking shorts here. What the hell, man? The shorts don't pay much. For real. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. I gotta get... Hold on. I gotta get my... I gotta favorite this or something, man. I can get my headphones on. I gotta unmute this. Unmute. Okay, here we go. Shit. Okay, hold on. Here we. Yep. Okay. Can I rewind? Okay, here we go. Ready? Can you guys see this if it's full screen? You can. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go.
So, babe, like, I was thinking, most crypto guys are kind of nerdy, you know? But I'm like the GQ, right? Like, aren't I the hottest guy in crypto right now? Like, don't you think?
I mean, I think you have some competition. What about...
With who?
What's his name? Casper guy? That Casper guy who wears a wife beater all the time?
Jason Casper?
Yeah, I mean, there's...
You think he's hot?
I'm not saying he's hot, but I mean, like, different strokes for different folks. Wait, what about that other guy, Vital?
Vital?
Vital, yeah.
Vital?
You don't know who Vital is? The skinny guy?
Vital?
Vital, Sam.
Vitalik Buterin?
She's so confident.
You don't think so? What's his name?
You call
Wait, what's his...
You call Vitalik Vital?
I thought it was Vital.
Dude.
My wife is so mad at crypto. So, babe, like,
Dude,
I
I
was thinking...
freaking died watching that shit. I watched that so many times. I was cracking up. I showed my fiance. She didn't think it was as funny as I thought it was. It's like, it's so true, though. He's like, Vital? She was so confident, too. And then they showed the picture. The giraffe neck. Oh, man, that shit was so freaking funny. Vital is now Italian. Vitalian. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, I was cracking up watching that. Look at this big, fat, juicy candle. It's delicious. You'll love to see it. Thank you again, Mr. Roberts. Let me go check the chat. Tyler said, old man in big bifocals looking at box computer crypto screen. Hoff said, hilarious. Tyler said, thanks, Hoff. He said she saw the wiener picture. Dude, that shit was so funny. Jim said, Bitcoin finally taking out shorts. Dude, I think it's only getting worse for them too. If this is it, if not, when it does happen, it's just gonna be up only, and people are they're gonna be like, keep shorting, add margin, and they're just gonna get wrecked so hard, dude. Jim said the shorts don't pay much, so you need to crank out $1 million. It's his giraffe neck. Tyler said, what is that picture? That's his dong picture. His famous dong picture. I'm not going to comment on it. I'm going to say something I'm not supposed to. Jim said that chart is a little spicy right now. Yes, it indeed is. And Huff said it's one of them setup video. It might be, dude, but it was freaking funny. The laughter at the end is at least a little bit genuine. I imagine, you know, having created content for 6, 7, 8 months now, I imagine maybe that happened organically, and then they were like, wait a minute, I need to make this into a short. We need to do all of that over again. And the wife played along. And I don't know about you guys, but every time I've tried to do anything like that, my brain, I'm like, I'm fucking Robert De Niro. I'm locked in, the greatest actor in the world, and I suck so bad. And my fiance just fucking breezes right through it like it's her first time saying the words, like it's real. That was fake acting, by the way. I don't think it was. I think that they might have played the scene that had happened organically previously. If anything, I would argue that Leifer's acting was fake. Tyler said, Mr. Roberts, did I influence that dono? Jim said, gold is the ultimate meme coin. Trump mentioned gold, apparently, in one of his tweets, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, gold, and it, like, pumped or something. I don't know. Zhao. Yeah, see, it got a little bit pumpy, little 1.5% candle. They all went, oh! All the gold people went, oh! Because they made $1. Good for them. Good for them, man. I like that they have to cherry pick charts too. They're like, if you look at gold on the 247 day, it's up against Bitcoin by 25%. And everyone's like, what about like from the day Bitcoin started to today, gold versus Bitcoin? And they're like, well, why would I do that? I didn't buy Bitcoin the day that it started. That's the most conclusive chart you can look at. That is the most conclusive chart you can look at. It really is. Unless you go, like, you put Bitcoin at the beginning and then you put, like, gold's entire history. You know what I mean? Jim said, we've been in price discovery for months. Sheesh. Yeah, dude, gold is ripping. And it's that economic uncertainty. It really is. But guess what? Look at this bad boy. See the cat ears? There's cat ears on Bitcoin too somewhere that somebody pointed out. I think it was Lifer, actually. I don't remember where they were at, though. Was that on the 4-hour? Gold. Zoom out. And the cat ears. Yep. So I'm way zoomed out on the 4-hour. Was it Bitcoin? My point is just slowly pissing away the longer I take to figure this out. No, I guess it was, I don't know. There was something. There was cat ears somewhere. Was it right here? Maybe it's right here. Sure. Let's just say it's that. And then you got the little slump and then the pump. So let's go back to gold. You got the cat ears, the little slump, and then the pump. I've definitely noticed a trick that a lot of people use. They'll go to like this, and they'll be like, "Oh, look, it went 2 hits, and then it slumped, and then it pumped, and then it slumped and pumped," and then they'll go to like Bitcoin, and then do the same exact freaking thing. They're like 2 hits, slump, and then pump, and then slump and then pump, and they'll like just try to find like 2 things like very vaguely similar, and they're like, "Oh." They do the Leo thing where he's like, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, look, do you see what I see?" And they get a crap ton of engagement from Moon Boys being like, "Oh, dude, I totally saw that too. Oh, oh." I don't know why. I'm so obsessed with making that stupid sound. It's so realistic though. Tyler said, "Congratulations on the gains." Mr. Robert said, "No, my gains did, lol." Mr. Robert said, "Cheers." Jim said, "The KG chart has moved with Bitcoin. Currently, 1 kilogram of gold is within 1K of taking out Bitcoin's 109K top. Kilogram chart is currently at 108K. Tyler said, "Mr. Roberts, a couple more and you'll be up to my status." Mr. Roberts said, "I'm trying, bro. I'm trying." Tyler said, "You're doing a good job." You guys are so gay in the chat. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I just said. So deal with it. You know what made me happy? I mean, this makes me happy. This makes me tremendously happy. Look at these beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at it. Dude, render's literally going for 475. It's juicy. Usually after gold peaks, our orange boy runs. I love it. I like reading things like an anime villain. Render's just freaking killing it, dude. I was gonna say Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai made me so happy. Jamie G said liquidity is coming back. I couldn't agree more, man. Absolutely ready to go. I mean, if you look at how much freaking stablecoin was minted recently, it's out of control. Rates will go lower. Ondo's killing it too. Look at these freaking stablecoins. Tether, we got $144 billion sidelined. USDC, $60.9 billion sidelined. What else do we got? This Una said Leo thing drives me crazy. Why does this exist? Die? $5.3 billion sideline. These are all sideline coins. They're going to mint more. As soon as capital starts flowing into crypto, they're going to mint so freaking much. It's going to be insane. Dixie said, GM, evening. What's going on, Dixie? Where the hell do you live? GM, get the heck out of here. For 10 o'clock at night. Jim said, stable dominance has to pump so that it can dump and spill over into the market. Exactly. Exactly. Dixie, we are here because Tyler blackmailed me into getting back on. He has some explicit photos of me that were sent to him as a prize for the Daily Close contest, and they were encrypted, but apparently he decrypted them. Tyler said, anyone new in the chat? I think Jamie, maybe not. Maybe Jamie's been here, but is a lurker and is excited about the pump. It's getting exciting. I was going to do something or say something, and I don't remember what it was. We were going through charts, and CT said, can you imagine if Filecoin hits an all-time highs? Can it hit all-time highs is the question. Filecoin, CoinMarketCap, here's a great tool, CT, if you have not done this yet. Go to CoinMarketCap, historical. Where is it? Why doesn't it exist? And figure out, just go to the chart first. Go to the chart, go to like the daily or the weekly, preferably the daily, and go to the previous all-time high for Filecoin. Filecoin's previous all-time high is... I'm not going to go to the all-time high. I'm going to go to this wick right here, not the launch time high. This one. April 1st, 2021. So let's go to 2021 on CoinMarketCap /historical. April 4th. That's the closest we're going to get. April 4th, not far off. The high, which you can see right here, this is opening, high, low, close. The high on April 4th was $193.87. So April 4th, and then we go to Filecoin right here, number 12. Circulating supply at the time. Oops, I clicked on it. I wasn't supposed to click on it. Yeah, April 4th, 2021. Filecoin. Circulating supply at the time was 64,273,000. Right now, Filecoin circulating supply is 650. So they have 10x their circulating supply. So in order for them to hit their all-time high, they would need to get a market cap of $111 billion. Or $110 billion, whatever, 111. They've basically inflated their supply a lot. This circulating supply of 658.4 million, it was previously only 64 million. They've literally 10x their supply since then. So they would need 10 times the market cap, or they would need to burn 90% of the supply in order to achieve that with the same market cap as previously. Right now, if you want Filecoin to reach $183, it would need $111 billion market cap. As of right now, if it reaches $11 billion, it can get to $18.37, give or take, maybe $20, maybe $15. It's not an exact 10x, but it's pretty close. So it's not that it's impossible, it's just very unlikely. Again, unless they burn a significant chunk. But that inflation rate is not doing them any favors. This is a great way to calculate all-time highs, especially when people are like, oh my gosh, XRP's gonna hit $10,000 per freaking coin for no reason. And it's not, market cap doesn't make sense because of the amount of transactions that Visa no. Market cap doesn't change. The way that the math works out does not change. Sometimes you can do the math incorrectly. I do the math incorrectly all the time. But go to historical snapshot, as close to the all-time high as you can get, and do the math with the market cap and the circulating supply. 9 times out of 10, they've inflated the crap out of it. What about compound? Let's take a look at compound. Compound on the daily all-time high is, see, this doesn't look too bad, but let's see. All-time high is May 12th, 2021. So let's go back. May 9th or the 16th? Let's see which closer. Let's go May 9th. Well, hold on. 16. Yeah, let's go May 9th. So May 9th, 2021. Compound. Compound. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Am I crazy? Company? There we go. Okay, number 46. So at the time, Compound was $770.51 with a current circulating supply of 5,075,000. Right now, it is not bad actually, 8.9. So 8.9, let's just say it's almost 9. They haven't quite doubled it. They probably increased it by 90% or so. So they would need 90% more, almost twice as much. So in order for them to get to $770, they would need a $7 or $8 billion market cap, which is actually not bad. $7 or $8 billion is not bad. They have not gotten that far before they were right around 3 or 4 billion. So, but you got to consider the fact that there's a lot more money in the world now than there was back then. So, yeah, that's a great tool. Historical coin market cap, huge. Be aware, math and big numbers isn't his strong suit. If it's simple, I'm okay. It's just, it depends on the situation. Tyler's right, though. JJ, sometimes no math good. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin, see what's going on. A little spicy, a little juicy. Currently trading at 87,381 and 84 cents. Dude, it's heating up. Quick Brunch said thank you. Of course, man. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Jim said, welcome, Brunch. You have a seat right there. Mr. Roberts said Bitcoin might be catching up to the M2 supply. Okay, so my favorite guy for that is that guy that linked it up, the 108-day difference. Hold on. His name is Colin Talks Crypto. Highly recommend you guys go check him out. You don't have to watch him on YouTube. I haven't watched him yet myself, but I do recommend checking him out. A lot of people are stealing his chart, claiming it for themselves, which is tacky. But he's got these. His baby, his original, his OG that he's been doing for forever is the 108-day. And it's pretty close. And this, in my opinion, is very similar to a fractal. And I'm a fractal Farquad. So, JJ, maybe you need more late night streams. Maybe I do. I do like this. This is, it's super chill. It helps that the market's pumpy as well. This guy's got his 108-day M2 offset. The M2 is the global money supply. Global money supply and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is this orange. The global money supply is the yellow. Global money supply is 108 days ahead, and it's went parabolic. I believe it's currently at new all-time highs. And Bitcoin is just lagging behind just a little bit. It's reaching a point where it's going to hit any time now. May 1st is what they're calling for, which actually perfectly correlates with our total 3 fractal. We got April going into April 23rd, 24th, and then we come down into May 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then we start to blast off, and we see some new highs. And then the other possibility that people are tossing around is a 78-day offset, which shows that we might be in the middle of it right now, which would be pretty crazy because that would mean that Bitcoin would just start to go crazy, man. Offset, the stream reminds me of early on when you would just go on for hours. I would go on for hours if people stuck around. You guys are sticking around, so I got nothing else going on. And Hoffs, you of all people know that I can talk for hours without shutting up. But yeah, Colin Talks Crypto. If you guys are on X, go check him out for sure. He's got a ton of useful information, great charts. He's a smart guy. Definitely smarter than me. Bitcoin up 2.4%, chilling. Having a little bit of trouble at 87.5 it seems, but we're looking good. Currently our high is 87,450 even, which is very satisfying. Very satisfying number. Tyler said we also have a daily Bitcoin close contest at 750 EST. Or the first 12 people can guess for the chance at $100 if you hit all digits. That is true. That is true. Imagine if that wasn't true and I just read the whole thing and I was like, that's not true. Tyler said, JJ, maybe you need more late night streams. PS, we all make fun of each other. Mr. Robert said, Jim, ES somewhat holding the DXY cooling off. Might be a decent week. I hope it is, dude. It is the end of the month. I will say beware. April 26th is traditionally a crappy day. Mr. Robert said, I took tomorrow off. I'm going to grab another brew. Ooh. Should I do that? It might storm. I might be able to. Let's see. Mr. Robert said I took tomorrow off. Tyler said, same, Mr. Rob, same. Miller Lite. Hoff said, Robbers, let's go. I don't have any caffeine, guys. Help. Help me. I'm stuck waiting for my freaking limited edition SNEK energy because they had a misprint. Like, I give a crap. I mean, I do actually. That's true. I do want the labels to be correct, so I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Should I bribe my fiance with money to go and get me Red Bull? Happy Easter, by the way, everybody. It is still Easter. Happy Sunday. Happy 420. Bitcoin's coming back down a little bit. Tyler said, then just turn to alcohol. You guys don't want to see me drink. Especially on live. You know how fast I'll get in trouble? Holy crap. I'm an idiot when I'm drunk. Sol was up 2.31%, struggling a little bit. Eric Lambert said, where are you buying your house? Michigan. I'm going to be buying a house in Michigan. So I can stay by my family. Plus, the real estate's relatively decent around here. Hopefully, the market collapses like everyone says. I swear, everyone's been saying, wait for the real estate market to collapse for like 10 years. Has not happened. This is the first time I feel tuned in to money markets and the real estate market and stuff like that, to where somebody tells me, I think the real estate market's going to collapse soon, and I feel like they might not be full of crap. Tyler said maybe we could make you strip your hat. Oh, drunk? Probably. That would probably happen in no time. Somebody would send me like 1,000 of like some other currency that's like worth $10, and I would be like, oh, and then I would just take my hat off. Total 3 still chilling. ETH starting to catch up, starting to wake up a little bit. Good. Finally. It's about dang time. SNEK still struggling a little bit, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. XRP up 1.7%. XRP is getting a little bit laggy. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm glad that they're holding $2, but I'm a little concerned at their relaxation. Jim said, when you see Blackstone panicking, a collapse is possible. Good. Let them panic. Tyler said, does anyone in here have FU money to donate 1,000 so he takes his hat off? It's actually not 1,000. I think it's 990 because of Mr. Roberts. Yeah, Mr. Roberts sent 10 already. Thanks again, Mr. Roberts. Absolute legend. Jim said, sorry, Tyler. The hat stays on. What if somebody... How funny would it be if somebody sent 1,000 and then another person immediately sent another 1,000 and said, don't take the hat off? What would I do? I'm just like trying to come up with other like conflicts to make people send a shit ton of money. Hop said, just get Clint to ship you a box of wine. He could probably walk it over. He lives in Ohio. He's not that far from me. I probably drove past him twice, 3 times, 4 times actually, because I drove down to Georgia and came back twice. Jim said I could invest that money. You could invest that money in a beautiful bald head from Michigan. A beautiful Midwestern bald, potentially middle-aged head. Is it middle-aged? Where does middle-aged start? At what age are you considered middle-aged? Dixie said, I'll send you dong. Hats off, sir. Stop it. I will accept $1,000 in dong. Middle age is typically considered to span... Okay, I'm not middle-aged yet. That's exciting. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Cool. Okay. Bitcoin is still chilling. 87,273. Ooh, 58 cents. It's getting a little bit pumpy again. Jesus is pumping Bitcoin, right? Jesus is actually Satoshi. How crazy would that be? Tyler said, then it's not FU money, LOL. Hoff said, you just told me not to have trading view to invest $30. That's fair, that's fair. Oh shoot, Hoff said look up Jesus coin. Dang it, how did we miss that? I didn't even think of it. Shouldn't it be up here? Oh, we got Mary. Oh, ChatGPT's obsession. That's creepy. Derp coin. There's no Jesus here. We got house coin. All right, let's look up Jesus. Jesus coin. Oh my gosh. Dude, they pump. How did you pump and dump Jesus? This is something even I wouldn't mess with. Like, this is too much. This is next level. Mr. Roberts said sending anyone money to do something on stream is just a little creepy for me. Just saying. I don't know. To each their own, man. It is what it is. I think it's funny. I can't believe somebody pumped and dumped Jesus. Wrong one, JJ. Tell me which one is the right and wrong one. That's like politically correct no numero uno, Jim. That's the Jesus that I picked. We got Jesus the Last Supper, Jesus coin, Jesus on Soul, Jesus coin again. I'm assuming it's this one. 11 months old. These are the same one. Just different liquidity pools. Right? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, I got a DM on Discord. I'm gonna get in trouble. Stop it. Okay. Oh, it's got a nice M. Nice M formation. Hell yeah. Jesus jamming out. It's actually not that bad. It's like, why does this look relatively decent? Jesus is king. Do good, give more. I like that. That's fun. Could religious meme coins be the most lucrative meme coins of all? Whoa. What if churches just did their donations through meme coins? That's like next level sin. Tyler said 3 dozen eggs also work. Jesus is pumping Bitcoin. Send me 1,000 crust pizza 2025. I'll send you 1,000 chip. Mr. Rubber said there's only one correct Jesus. I'm laughing my ass so hard right now. Actually spit beer. Right? Isn't that funny? that was a good one. Jim said Jesus doesn't have sex listings yet. Only Poloniacs. Poloniacs. Okay, so there's multiple. There's competing Jesus. It's literally like we've gone full circle. The blockchain has officially absorbed all of like human society. We got competing religions now. My portfolio will rise from the grave. Dude. Chewy left the Discord because of some like religious debate apparently. And I was like, what happened? And everyone's like, Chewy left. And I was like, he'll be back in 3 days. And I don't think anybody got the joke, but I laughed at it. I laughed at it out loud and in my head. And I still think about it like every couple hours. Tyler said, well, there you go. Our new viewers, right? Jim said annihilated. Oh, man. Fun time, fun time. Mr. Roberts said, I want to say, please resurrect my portfolio, but I'll probably be struck by lightning. Jim said, brunch said hi. His first and last word. Tyler said, I tried. Then JJ, game over. Bitcoin chilling 87,345, looking pretty good. Not gonna lie. I did say the pump would stop when I started streaming, and that's exactly what has happened. 87,378 and 87 cents. Let's see if the liquidation heat map has changed at all. Jim said this is pre-market too. Curious to see what Biddy does at open. Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. I will say, again, the weekend had those funky liquidation situations that we were locked in. And I said we weren't going to move until midday Sunday. And we didn't move until midday Sunday. So definitely interesting. So we got liquidation 87,615. We got liquidation. We got a big boy right here at 88,106. And then let me make sure that that one's thicker. It does look like we're getting a little bit pumpy again. Heck yeah, let's go. 87,455. Tyler said, what I like about you is you don't care and only the real ones stay. I mean, I'm not going to be somebody different. Because then if I act completely different and then one day I'm like, well, I'm bored of being completely different, I'm going to just be myself now. And then everybody's like, you've changed. That would drive me crazy. 86,494. Here we go. And I'll just put this one in there. 86,213. Yeah, it's getting spicy, man. The bears are running scared. Jim said back down to the 70s would be funny. My total market cap fractal is calling for some pretty spicy downside early May. I'm hoping it's wrong and that we just go straight through everything, but we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. 87,462 and 27 cents. Let's get rid of Jesus coin. What was I gonna do? I think I was gonna read the rest of the chat. Tyler said, not funny, Jim. Mr. Robert said, that's not funny, Jim. Jim said, I mean, it would be pretty funny. The panic is already entertaining. I agree, man. I agree. Hop said, we need a new higher high. Jim said, we need a hero. Hop said, every pump up since 109 feels like it's always been a lower high. That is true. Tyler said, JJ, open a short. This MF will go to 100K before you know it. Jim said, because it has, minus that crypto reserve scam pump. Everyone was celebrating 95K, then 91, then 88, then 85. I mean, it's a retrace, guys. Look at this is the perfect chart right here, in my opinion. Go to the daily, zoom out, ignore the fractals. Actually, let me just go to the freaking clean chart. This guy right here. We got our previous little range that we traded in and broke out of. And we're currently in what seems to be some kind of falling wedge at the moment. It might be also, it might just turn out to be a range. I want it to be a falling wedge because that would mean that we're breaking out right now and we look good. But if we are taking a sweet ass time, which is very possible, it might just be a big range. And we might literally go all the way back down to right here, which we've touched already, it seems. 73. We have not hit 70K yet. We have not hit 70K yet. And if that was the bottom, I wouldn't be mad at it. It would suck. A lot of other people would be pissed. I wouldn't blame them. I'd probably be bummed out, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I'd probably be bummed. It's not fun when nobody else is having fun. You know what I mean? It's not like if I short and it goes down here, you know, I'll be up a couple bucks and I'll be like, yeah, but I'm not going to rub it in everyone's face. I want all my friends to have fun alongside me. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here trading by myself. I'm live streaming. I'm in the Discord with you guys. If everyone's moping around because everyone got screwed and, you know, 70K's like killing the spirit, it's not fun for anybody. Even the people that shorted. You know, they control and make fun and stuff, but deep down, they know it sucks just as much as anything else. So hopefully we're doing our little double bottom scenario right now. But again, we got this 1, 2, 3 hits and then the explosion. If that's the case, did we make our first hit already? That'd be kind of cool. It's definitely a more violent trajectory than previously. This one was very chill, very slow and steady. And the one that we're currently in is fast. There's a lot more money involved, so I would not be surprised if it played out quicker. This first one, from the moment we broke in, actually from the peak to the break, was 215 days. And over here, I'm just going to go from the entry. If we went 214 days, then we'd still have to wait until June. We'd have to wait until June 27th, which sucks. That's awful. Jim said, it's funny to watch the celebration over descending price, but from the bulls and not the bears. This is much healthier than anything before ETFs. Big pump equals big dump, Tyler said. Hoff said, I gotta agree with Jim. A slow grind up is always better. Oh, I 100% agree. It's a scaffolding thing. It goes back to the scaffolding analogy. If we go up too fast, then we come crashing down because there's no support. No down is fun for Bronson. Jim said, people who were shorting were hoping for 40K. Tyler said, we are gamblers, damn it. We need movement one way or the other. Exactly. Jim said, I know Tame was trying to recoup losses by betting on sub 70K. Hoff said, has Bitcoin ever pumped the summer, though? That's a good question. I think so. So our previous market, if we're going January 2021, was... Let me do this. I'm going to delete these when I'm done, though. January 1st, 2021 is right there. And then we got February, March. Let's go to the end of March, April 1st. April 1st was right here. And then we got April through May, June, July. I'll probably go to August. August 1st. Okay, so that's one summer, which is a little bit slumpy. That's technically the bull market summer, but in my opinion, we have not experienced this yet. I think the extending market diminishing return thing is going to kind of skew a lot of stuff. We're probably going to see, if that's the case, we might actually see our first bullish summer. What did we get last time? This is June. Okay, so here's April right here. April 1st was right here. And then July, August. That's to August. September 1st. To August 1st is right here. So that was pumpy. That's a little pumpy scenario. Previous. So we got a summer pump right there. February, March, April, May. Here's another summer pump. So it seems like the bear market summers maybe pump. Previous bull market was not, or at least that chunk. Let's see this chunk actually. Let's go August, September, October, November, December, and then January 1st again. February, March, April 1st. This is the boring part of the stream. Sorry, guys. So there's, oh my gosh, that's so awful. From December, or from January to April was just the same freaking price. Is that not what we're doing right now? I guess not December to April. Yeah, forget I said that. That's a stupid, that's a stupid thing to say. Ishmael Guerrero said everything is different this time around. That is true. That is true. I feel like everybody says that all the time, though. So, history repeats, or history does not repeat, but it often rhymes. Mr. Roberts said, random comment, I got 4.5 liters of maple syrup out of the boil I did last weekend. One tree on the property gave 160 liters of sap. Nice. I would love to get some of that from you, Mr. Roberts. Like, no joke. I put syrup in my... Nope, that's not true. I'm sorry. I put honey. My bad. I would like to get a little bit for breakfast. For breakfast foods. Jim said, I like crypto, but most of my net worth is in stocks. Most of my net worth is in crypto. Yes, 2017. That wasn't huge that long ago. Tyler said, selling may go away. Isn't a saying for no reason. LOL, summer suck. HQZ said, late stream, eh? Yeah, we got a little bit of a pumpy stream. Bitcoin's currently trading at 87,429 and 5 cents. Looking good. Tyler said, yeah. HQZ said, this time is different, Tyler. HQZ also said, bull run summer is going to blow minds and blow loads. Tyler said, I agree. I've been saying crypto is going to turn to start trading like more violent stocks, but not as pumpy or dumpy. HQZ said, November pump was just a taste. Mr. Rapper said, hey, HQZ. Hoff said, isn't it because people are always doing stuff, summer vacations, not paying attention as much? I believe everything goes down in summers. Spending might go up, but stock market has like a lull. Crypto has a lull. And views, like social media views, drop. And I believe, yes, it is because people are touching grass. Jim said ETFs brought stability despite the protests from purists. It is. Said JJ. JK, fuck your syrup. I use honey. That's fucked up. That is kind of what happened, though. It was a complete accident. I forgot. For some reason, I was like, I put syrup in this, and then I was like, wait a minute. No, I don't. It does not have a maple flavor at all. It's so fucked up. Oh, that was funny. 10:30. How long have we been going? We've been going an hour and a half? That was too funny, man. That's so true. Sorry, Mr. Roberts. Honey on a biscuit, simple but satisfying, right? Dude, there's that gas station honey that people apparently use as a stimulant that cracks me up. People like actually take that shit seriously. I don't think it does anything. It's just freaking honey. Can we get honey versus syrup, Paul? Ooh, that's a hard one. I like maple syrup, dude. I feel like maple syrup is more versatile. I got Jimmy John's in the fridge. Is that gross if I eat Jimmy John's at 10:30 at night? Sounds disgusting. Tyler said yes, Paul. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Jim said, I can't do honey versus syrup. You won't divide this house. We're not talking any specifics. It's just honey versus syrup in general. If you had to pick one, the other one disappears forever. Be gone, Paul. It's too late. It has begun. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, we topped out. That's the end. This is the 20. For some reason, everyone's already in November, December, like the end of the bull market. Bull markets never, ever, ever peak in fear. We got zero euphoria. I'm of the belief that, we're just getting started. I really am. I believe that. I believe I can fly. Or do we get see, I feel like the bear market summers get a little bit pumpy because everyone's bored. They're working and then they're like, I'm just going to throw a bunch of money at crypto. Why the heck not? And then, we get some decent sized price action. What's this? December? Yeah, we might be looking at 2026, man. We might get 2017, 2018 decent sized run this year, and then next year is the real bull market. Wouldn't that be crazy? Imagine we all retire like before the actual bull market. How insane would that be? Tyler said, that's so hard to choose. HQZ said, are we talking unfiltered raw honey? Mr. Robert said, LOL, Jim. Jim said, begone, Paul. Hoff said, Jim, I'm divisive. Tyler said, I don't know. HQZ said, honey in the lead. Jim said, you're playing with nuclear weapons like bath time toys, Hoffs. You're putting us all at risk. Mr. Robert said, I actually use honey in more things than syrup, but making syrup is fun with the kids. Hoff said, Jim. Oh my gosh, did Mr. Roberts vote against his own product? Boys, y'all are making me crack up, gang. Good gang here. Hoff said, this mofo is making syrup. Let's effing go, robbers. He's Canadian. What do you mean, let's effing go? Hoffs? You're literally talking to the enemy right now. I've literally been taking pictures of all of the things that I have that say made in Canada. Never noticed it before. I'm like, every time I see it, I'm like, oh, there's another one. I got my daughter a guitar strap for her guitar, and it freaking says made in Canada. Well, let me pull up the thing, make sure you guys can actually see it. It says made in Canada. And I was like, oh, dun, dun, dun. Blew my mind. I was like, whoa, they do make stuff. They make other things other than maple syrup and maple leaves. Tyler said, my vote was split. I went with honey only because we need bees. We have plenty of trees to make syrup, but I guess save the bees. Liquidity Unchained said, with honey or syrup, both are goods as long as it's organic. HQZ said, honey, you can eat out of the jar with a spoon. Jim said, I closed the poll. It disgusted my very soul. HQZ said, also bananas and honey, peanut butter and honey. HQZ just launched a full-on, like, syrup FUD campaign. Tyler said, also honey can be used medically. Hop said, I'm the only one that voted syrup. Trolling me, damn it. Oh, I'm not allowed to vote. I can't even vote in my own poll? What mischief is this? Dang. Also, mad honey is hallucinogenic. That sounds like they add shit in the honey. You can make mad syrup, I'm sure. Let's ask Grok. Let's ask Grok. What is better? Honey or syrup? Just give me a straight up answer. Just tell me. Straight up answer. Multiple bee stings will also make you hallucinate all the way to the ER. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to bees. If you're choosing, okay, which is better? Health. Honey edges out for antioxidants and lower glycemic impact, but both should be used sparingly due to sugar content. Pure maple syrup is better than artificial syrups. Taste use. Honey for nuanced flavor in drinks or spreads. Maple syrup for classic breakfast pairings. Dietary needs. Syrup for vegans or those avoiding bee products. Honey for natural remedy. Okay, so we got 66% for honey, 33% for syrup. What makes more money globally? Honey or syrup? So we got two polls here. So far, honey's in the lead. I bet you syrup makes more money, though. What? Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, God. It's honey, dude. Honey blows syrup out of the water. Whoa. 5 to 6 times larger than the maple syrup market. What is going on, Canada? You guys are falling behind. Damn. What a shame. Canada's been humiliated on this day. Wait a minute. Did we get a new 4-hour candle? What happened? What time is it? Am I on drugs? Hello? What is this? What was I just looking at? Am I crazy? It showed 2 candles for a second. What the hell? Oh, we liquidated somebody. Ooh. All right, I'm going to end the poll. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. It's done. Syrup has been absolutely eviscerated in the poll. It's a very sad day for syrup. What happened? Where are my poll stats? Hello? Great, I broke it. Syrup won. Oh, there it is. 77% for syrup. Or I'm sorry, 70% honey won. I can't do numbers and polls, apparently. I'm all over the place. The late night streams are messing with my brain. My internal clock is all over the place. 77% for honey, 22% for syrup. We had 9 participants. We currently have 11 people watching. Oh, okay. Tyler said shrooms and honey, shrooms and syrup. I feel like, I don't know, man. I'd have to have experiences with both. I'm not a hallucinogen guy. I don't like to hallucinate. Kind of a loser. Jim said, found a hole in the front yard as a kid and decided to put a stick down it. Ended up unleashing a horde. My legs looked like burnt sausage. I attacked a red anthill with a golf club before. A little putter. My mom yelled at me. Hoff said, Grok is so politically correct. For real, dude. It really is. Jim said, not so fun trip to the ER. Right. Hoff said, make a call, Grok. Mr. Robert said, oh, Jim, you got effed up by the bees? Tyler said, honey is more expensive to get, though. It depends on where you get it. Hoff said, I never purposely bought honey. Dude, I literally just bought a 5-pound little jug of it the other day. It might be 15 pounds for my chai latte. My manly ass chai latte that I drink when I'm chopping down trees and stuff. And laying brick. JJ, do you do golf? No, I'm a brokey. I don't have enough money for golf, nor do I have the desire to golf. Kind of looks like a weenie sport to me. I'm gonna get so much backlash for that. I'm so sorry. I play hockey. I play hockey because I'm a man with a penis and balls. Sue me. Hoff said, I never purposely bought honey. HQZ said honey chicken, hot honey. Dude, both of those are like necessity cuisine within my life and my soul. Mr. Robert said, funniest poll in comments ever. That was a good one. That was a good one for sure. I never thought that Tyler's having an existential crisis. Now he just went, wow. Hoff said, we are getting a bowling team together, though. We 100% are, dude. I will bowl my dick and balls off. Gourmet Brands in Brooklyn said, I think I'm hallucinating. Do you hear birds chirping too? That's literally my birds. I have birds. They're out of control. I can't do anything about it. I'm so sorry. Tyler said, probably because you're trash at it. I'll fuck shit up at putt-putt, but regular golf is not a sport. I'm sorry. I'd rather play pickleball or something. Freaking tennis, like a true douchebag. You can't go like half douche. You gotta go full douche, man. Lean all the way into it. Don't like half commit and be like, oh, I'm gonna go play golf with the boys. Go play fucking pickleball with like your college roommate. Like a true douchebag. I'm getting so canceled now. It's freaking Easter. It's still Easter, yeah. You're gay? Watch your mouth. Oh, shoot. Fun times, man. Easter stream. Oddly successful. I didn't think it was going to be this fun. Thank you for blackmailing me into streaming, Tyler. So we hit that little liquidation point, and then we came back down a little bit. You're full gay. Like being partial wouldn't get me canceled. Yeah, look at that. 87,592. So our next liquidation is 87,663. Okay. Spicy meatball. All right, well, market's coming back down, so probably going to call it so that we can get some proper pumpage back for you guys. I don't want to keep the price down for too long, you know. Market makers won't make any moves while I'm away, so I'm going to give them a call and tell them to start pumping the price again. HQZ said Tyler probably was on a rowing team at an Ivy League school, too. Dude, that would be so devastating to find that out. I'm just kidding. That's so mean. Private schools fascinate me. Like, legit. I feel like it would be super fun to go to a private school, at least during, like, high school. And I guess maybe I say that because I went to an alternative school towards, like, my last 2-3 years in high school. Mr. Roberts said, well, JJ, boys, I'm tired. Peace out. Take it easy, Mr. Roberts. Happy Sunday, happy Easter, happy 420, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. I went to a alternative high school for, like, my last couple years because I didn't have enough credits to graduate or something. And I just, instead of going to freaking summer school like a weirdo, I just went to the alternative school. And we had off-campus lunch. And it was in a church in, like, the gym of the church. We could either sit at the folding tables with the folding chairs and we had laptops. We just kind of worked at our own pace. And I literally would like finish my schoolwork for the year within like the first month. And then I would just fuck off for the rest of the school year. And it was so much fun. Just hanging out with my friends, doing fuck all for like an entire school year. I don't know, man. That definitely did not rehabilitate me if I was a bad kid. And I wasn't a great kid either. So I probably would have ended up at the alternative high school anyways. I just didn't get caught doing the stupid shit that I did. But I cannot really see how that would benefit bad kids. Maybe giving them more freedom. Maybe it's like how they rehabilitate people in like Sweden with the really nice jail cells and stuff. I don't know. little slice of life from JJ right there. But anyways, I'm gonna call it. Bitcoin is chilling at 87,230 and 48 cents. Looking good for the weekend. We'll see how next week turns out. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy again, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Sunday, happy Easter, happy 420, and good night.